Today I will be showing you a horizontal to horizontal stair-step seam. A horizontal to horizontal stair-step seam is used most often at shoulder seams of sweaters. In a horizontal to horizontal stair-step seam, we are working with pieces that have been bound off in a series of stair steps. And we are going to, so these are our two pieces, and we are going to be seaming them together against the bound off edges, from bind off edge to bind off edge. Very similar to the straight horizontal to horizontal seam. I will link that video below. But there's a trick to dealing with the stair steps. When it is done correctly, you maintain the columns of knit stitches across the seam and the stair steps disappear. It's a continuous diagonal seam. The way we work this is it starts the same way a regular horizontal to horizontal seam works. We have our bound off edge up top and then our matching bound off edge facing it. We locate our columns of V's and we find our rightmost column of V's. And we insert the needle, so here's our columns of V stitches. We insert the needle coming from underneath, coming up and out of the center of that rightmost V, directly below the bind off edge. Then we move to our top piece. And we locate, again, our columns of V's. This time we're facing this way, so we are a half a stitch off because this is right side facing, and there's our columns. But when we flip it upside down and we still look for our columns of V's, we're going to lose a half a stitch. So these pieces will be bound off and they will be a half a stitch shifted from each other. So directly above the bind off edge, we're going to locate our rightmost column of V's, and we're going to catch both legs from right to left of the rightmost V column. And then we go into the center where we had come out, and we come out of the next center column of V's. And we do this as long as we have a whole stitch to work with. So there's a whole stitch. I completed this column. I come out of the next column. I have a whole column to work with here. And I have one more column of stitches that I can work with right here. But my next column is where I'm going to have to make a change. I go in to this column, and that completes that column. My next column is way down here, though, right here. So what I need to do is I need to pivot my needle, and I need to come out of the center of that column directly below this bound off edge. So right there. I am moving 2 rows down. Don't ever go into this hole. If you go into a hole, you're going to make the hole bigger. That applies to pretty much everything. When you're trying to close up a hole in knitting, if you put your needle into a hole, you're going to make the hole bigger. So don't go in the hole. You come out of the next column there. Now we move up here and I have to find my next column. My next column is right here. I got that column. Now I need to get this column. And so I find that complete column directly above the bound off edge, right there. And again, I've moved up 2 rows. But when we finish this seam, you will not even know that that was done. So I have a few stitches to work with that are straight across again. So I'm going to go into the center and come out of the center. I catch the next 2 legs of that column. I go into the center and I come out of the center. And then I catch the next 2 legs of that column. I go into the center and out of the center. Then I have a whole nother column I can still work right there. I go into the center. My next column is way down here. So I pivot my needle so that I can come out of the center of that column of V. And my next complete column is up here. So I catch both of those legs. Go into the center, come out of the center. I'll work a couple more and tighten this up so you can see how that looks. I catch both legs here. Go into the center, come out of the center. Maybe I'll do one more stair step for you to see. I catch both legs, into the center, and then out of the center. And I catch both legs. Now I'm at my stair step again, into the center. My next column is way down here. I come out of the center of that next column. Now my stair step is right here. I've got that column. I need to get this column. And I will pull. And we have our finished seam. The stair step is hidden. All of our columns line up. And it is nice and sturdy. All of those stair steps are hidden. And that is how you work a horizontal to horizontal stair step seam. Thanks for watching.